Well, hello beauties! It's been a while since I've been on here, but I am so happy to finally be able to record another video. It's just been non-stop chaos for the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to be using the MorpheXJaclyn Hill palette today. I'm going to be priming my eyes with the MAC Soft Ochre pot, and I'm just obviously using my finger to do that. Use my middle finger, which I realized later that it looks like I'm flipping off all you guys, so I apologize. I'm not, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm just making sure that that's nice and coated. So then I'm actually going to go in with the MorpheXJaclyn Hill palette. This is the first time I've used it on camera, and it's beautiful. So I'm actually going to be using one of the shades from the top. I will link it down in the description below. I believe it's like a butter or something like that. That's what's nice about this palette, is that she's actually got all the different shades named, so I'm pretty happy about that. So this is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be like 3 different shades to use, and this one is not for the faint of heart, so it's going to be very different, more something that you would wear going out for a night out, or you know, if you just want to be dramatic and crazy. This is just a bunch of blues and greens. So anyway, I'm going to be mixing the shade Jada, and I'm trying to remember what the other shade is called. It has something to do with a forest, I believe. But anyway, I'm going to be mixing those two together. Jada is like a nice jade shade pretty much, and then I'm going to be using the dark green. Like I said, I'll link it in the description below, but I'm just putting that in my crease, and this is basically going on top of that butter shade that I used, and I'm just going back and forth with a Morphe brush. This is kind of a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to put that all over my lid, because what we're going to do is we're going to go back over with the shade Jada on a different kind of brush. It's a little bit more dense, and actually put it onto our lid so that it packs on nicely, and then we're going to coat that with the shade Pool Party. So as you can see, I'm just blending that out because I really want it to look blend out. I don't want it to look too harsh. That green just adds a little bit more depth in there, which I liked, because on the lid it's going to be that Jada shade, and then on the bottom or on the in the crease it's going to be a little bit darker because of that dark green shade that I put in there. So yeah, just going back and forth like usual. Sorry if y'all can hear any outside noises. I'm sitting outside on my patio right now doing my voiceover, because in the house it's just chaotic and loud, but you can kind of hear my neighbors upstairs banging around, and I don't know if you can hear an airplane flying by, but that's the joy of living in the city in an apartment. So I'd love to be out in the country, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So anyway, I went ahead and put that shade of Jada onto my bottom lid, as you can tell, and I'm going it back in with a Morphe brush that has absolutely no product on it at all, and I'm just buffing out that crease. So I'm going to be using the shade Pool Party. This is a bright blue shade. It's probably one of my favorite shades from the palette. Like, all of these bright colors are my favorite, and I don't usually tend to go with bright shades. I usually tend to not be as adventurous, but I absolutely just had to try these shades and had to make something beautiful out of it. So I'm sure there's probably a million tutorials on how to do something simple like this, but I just figured I'd put it up there because it's what I enjoyed, what I thought was pretty, a little bit out of my comfort zone, so that I'm not doing the same thing all the time. But basically I'm just putting that on my lid, mostly on the inner corner and in the middle. I'm kind of staying away from the outer corner, and I put it on just normally. And then what I did is I actually got some chapstick and I put it on my brush, and then I dipped it into that shade, because that kind of grabs onto more product, and it's not like it's water and like makes the actual eyeshadow shade rough, because I noticed sometimes if you do that, then it can make the actual eyeshadow shade a little bit chalky, and I don't want that to happen. So if I use chapstick, it actually helps. So moving on to the other eye, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm making a lot more progress on this eye than I was the other. This is actually, like I said, a very simple tutorial, and sorry I've been MIA for a little while. I know it's probably been about 3.5 weeks since I've uploaded a video, but I've been doing makeup for clients. I've been on a few camping trips with my family, Just had a lot going on this month and last month, so it's just been pretty chaotic. But for all of you that actually look forward to these videos and want to watch them, thank you for hanging in there and watching them, and you know, supporting me. I really do appreciate it. And you can always follow me on Instagram and see what looks I'm doing over there. I post makeup video, or post pictures of the clients that I've been working on. I was able to do makeup for a mother of the bride and mother of the groom recently, and that was really cool because I don't know if many of you know, but I'm aspiring to be a freelance makeup artist, and I was actually able to do makeup on a model here in Denver. So if you're actually in Denver area and you want your makeup done, hit me up. I'm available. So anyways, I'm not going to try to self-promote in this video. But yeah, I'm pretty much doing the same exact thing as I did on the other eye, and you can tell the difference greatly in putting that pool party on my eye as compared to the other one where it was just Jada. Like, it's still beautiful, but that pool party just makes it pop a little bit more and puts a little depth. So it's like a bright blue that fades into like a darker jade / forest green. It's so pretty. I love it. So again, that brush has no product on it, and I'm just going over it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start my face. I always feel like my eye looks always look insane until I actually get the rest of my face done, and then I'm like, oh, this actually looks so nice and clean, and it actually looks really pretty. But without my foundation on, I feel like I just look absolutely insane. So I'm just using the Maybelline primer. I will link it in the description below. And I'm just putting that all over my face, and this kind of gives like a luminous glow. And then I finally broke down and got the Dior Forever foundation. Jaclyn has been raving about this, so I decided to give myself a go. And I did get a little bit sunburnt because I got back from camping recently, like within the last couple of days. So my foundation probably won't match my skin as well. I tried to blend it out as much as possible. But what I'm using is just a regular brush right now, and then I've got my beauty blender, and it's already soaked and ready to go. And I'm just blending that around. I usually tend to put the brush on spots where I feel like they need more coverage, and then I get my beauty blender and tap over it. But whenever I use the brush, it actually just like sinks in a little bit more, so that whenever I use the beauty blender, it just kind of gets better. And then I finally just put some foundation on my beauty blender and then put that on my face, as you can see right now, just tapping. I feel like every time I look back at the footage, I look like I'm like hitting my face so hard with the beauty blender, but it's really not. It's not anything crazy. I tried to blend this down my neck a little bit to make it even, because when I got this shade I was a little bit lighter than I am now, but I got a little bit more sunburnt and tan over the weekend, like I said, so it just looks a little bit different. But I feel like it does end up matching a little bit later throughout the video. It doesn't look as bad. And now I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'll have to link the shade in the description below. I'll also link the shade for my foundation. And obviously putting that under my eye. I'm gonna make myself look like a tribal warrior. Put that on my cupid's bow, my chin, and then my forehead. Just blending that out obviously with the beauty blender. And hopefully I'll be doing a video soon of some new products that I got from my makeup kit. And if you actually want to see a video of my makeup kit the way it is now, the way I have it organized, just leave a comment below that you'd like that to be done, and I will make it happen for you. I'll probably upload one anyways, but it'd be nice to know what y'all think as well. So this isn't anything new. I'm sure that you've seen me do my makeup like this a million times before, and I'm just getting the Coty Airspun translucent powder, and I'm kind of carving out where the outer corner of my eye is. That way it looks a little bit straighter and much nicer. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm actually dipping my big Morphe S9 brush into the Coty Airspun powder, and then I'm just putting that all over my face, flicking it off the bottom of my under eye there, so that it just looks a little bit better. And you can already tell that that eye look looks more defined and just a little bit better and more clean and nicer. So I've already got my brows done and my eyeliner. Now I'm just putting the shade Jada under my eye, and mostly towards the outer corner, but bringing it towards the middle. And then I've also got the shade Pool Party, and I'm just going to stack that on top there. I also used the shade from the MorpheXJaclyn Hills palette. I think it's called Enlighten, and it's the very first shade, and I put that in my inner corner, and it's like a perfect highlighting shade. I absolutely love it. So then obviously using the Aesthetica Cosmetics contour kit, I'm going to have to get a new contour palette soon because I'm running out of these shades here. And it would be much nicer to have a full pan of contour shades. And it'd be nice to have something too that I can use separately on my clients as well. So, got that done. Now I'm going to grab a Sonia Kashuk fan brush and my brush palette from BH or BH Cosmetics. And I'm mixing two different shades together. I don't know if you can see from the video, but I'm just mixing those. And I started using a fan brush recently. I did it on a client and it turned out really nice. So I just put a little bit right there on my cheeks and on my nosy. Gonna get the S9 brush, go back over it just a little bit. And then I'm going to grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Glow kit, and I'm going to be using the shade Glow Getter, and this is more of a bronzy tan golden shade. And then I'm going to be using Kitty Cat, and I'm going to put that over it just to make sure that this highlight glows. Going to put it on my nose, my cheekbones, my forehead, my chin, and then obviously on my Cupid's bow, but I'm going to use Forever Young and lighten that up a little bit on my Cupid's bow so it stands out. Now I'm going to be using ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick. I will link this shade in the description below because I'm not sure if it's Lumiere 2 or if it's something else. So I will link that in the description below for you guys. I just felt like this could use like a nude look. Unfortunately, this one was a little bit more mauve-y than I wanted it to be. So in a moment, I'll go back over it with a actual lipstick that I have, and you'll see me coat it with that because I just feel like it makes it look a little bit more nude, which is what I wanted it to do since the eyes are already super dramatic. Now I'm just coating my eyelashes with, I believe this is the Covergirl mascara. I'll link it in the description below as well. And I put false lashes on so it adds a little bit more drama and you can actually tell. Obviously going to coat my bottom lashes, my top lashes, and then I'm going to be using the Kiss lashes in the shade Shy, and they're the more natural looking ones. And I'm using the shade Enlighten right now from the MorpheXJaclyn Hill palette to highlight my brow bone. I just feel like that shade is so perfect for highlighting. She definitely got it right. Yes, work it, girl. So now I'm going to be using the Loreal lipstick in the shade Jennifer's Nude. It's from the Jennifer Lopez collection, and this is Jennifer's Nude. I absolutely love this for any nude look that I want to do. It just makes it very soft and feminine and pretty. So that completes this look. I hope that y'all enjoyed. Thanks for listening to my rambling. I love you guys, and I will be uploading more videos in the future, so just hang in there with me. Alright, you guys. Love you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day.